Welcome back. In today's video, I am going to show you how to make a hat hanger that will hold both baseball hats and sun hats. So to get started, we will be using a dowel or a branch that is 24 inches long. So I already made one side of the one that's going to hold the baseball hats, and I will show you what I did. You will take two pieces of cord that is cut 300 inches and you will connect both pieces with a lark's head knot. So find the spot on your dowel or branch that is equal to the opposite side. So I will place mine about here. Just open it and then pull them both through. So I'm going to divide this into two. So with these two cords, we will be making alternating half hitch knots. To do so, grab one cord, whichever side you want to start with. I'm going to start with my left, and all you do is you just place it directly over the cord on the right, wrap it around, and pull it through. Try to leave just a small little gap at the top. Now you're going to do the same thing on the opposite side. Take the cord on the right, wrap it around the cord on the left, and pull it through. And this is what we will repeat. So I'm using single strand cord. This is 4 millimeters. If it starts to feel like it's going to unravel, just simply give it a little twist each round. You will continue this pattern until you have reached about 40 inches. Okay, I'm going to continue this side and I will meet you at the end. Okay, so once you have made this 40 inches, you will do the same thing to this side. So again, to begin, just cross over, wrap it around, pull through, and try to leave just a little space at the top. Doesn't have to be big. And then again this way, so you're going opposite. And so continue doing this until you have reached, again, 40 inches so that they match at the bottom. So once you have both of these done, we are going to follow it all the way down to make sure it stays straight. And then I'm just using a bobby pin, and I am going to put these two pieces through this little center hole right here. Okay, do the same to the other side. Done with that. And now we are going to make a gathering knot. So I am actually going to flip this over because I want to do the knot in the back. So before we add the gathering knot, what you can do to secure this a little bit more if you want, which it's fine, you don't have to do this. It's kind of like when you're making a wristlet. But what you can do is you could just get these 4 pieces and make a square knot, or even just half a square knot, just to kind of keep it in place. Like I did a square knot on the other side, but then I ended up cutting some off because the little ends were showing. So I'm just gonna double check the front really quick. Okay. The front should look fine. So now we will add our gathering knot. So just like you would for anything else, or like I said, like a wristlet. This little piece out of the way. Okay, pull up. Okay, my knot is underneath, and I'm going to pull this down to make sure that it's tight. And then we are going to trim. So see how this square knot still is showing? So I might end up cutting parts of it off, but it'll still have half of it, so it'll still be secure. Even without it, it's still secure. So just clean it all up, trim everything. So you could add glue or just leave it because you can't really see it, just like these little pieces you can see a little bit when you flip it over. Just do the best you can trimming it up, but it'll be fine. I'll show you what it looks like. So this is the one on the left side. This is the one I just made. So you'll have two pieces that are like this, like two big loops. So they look like two big lanyards actually. Okay, let me show you how to add the hats. So I have 6 hats here, and what I'm going to do is just place them here like that. Then you are going to just crisscross the bottom. So just take one piece and cross it over, okay, so that it forms that X. And then you're just going to adjust it so that your hats are properly hanging. Okay. So adjust it accordingly, and then as you can see, I have 6 hats on here, but you can easily add more. They will just continue to go up. So you're gonna have this style that will be on both sides of your hat hanger. Okay, so it is time to do the center hat hangers. We will be cutting 4 more pieces of cord, cut 260 inches. So we are going to attach all 4 separately to begin. So this one I already attached, and this piece right here on the right is going to be about 52 inches. So now I'm going to make this one here on my left about 52 inches as well. So when I connect it to my branch, I will make sure that the shorter piece ends up in the middle. So attach it with the lark's head knot. Push them together. So now these 2 center cords are both shorter, and again they are about 52 inches long. So these 2 cords here, these are your working cords, so we want these ones to be longer. So these will be about 210 inches. Now we're going to do the exact same thing one more time where we attach the next 2 the exact same way. So once you attach the first one, I normally go ahead and measure against that one, so you don't have to keep measuring the centers. So I just make sure that my shorter one on this one is going to be on the right. Let me just double check it here, and looks good. Okay, so my last cord that I'm adding, my shorter piece again will be on the left. When I'm looking at the 2 of them, it's on the left. That should match up right there. And just double check that they're pretty much even at the bottom, and if they need to be adjusted, adjust them before we begin. So I'm gonna give it a quick gathering knot right here, just to make them look like they're all together to begin, or you can just start it with some square knots if you would like. So I'm just gonna do this a couple times. And again, this is optional. I just am doing it because I want it to look this way. Okay, so we are going to separate them, but make sure that you're getting the correct cords. So you will know because you'll have the two center ones that are shorter. So I'm gonna just divide them here and double check them real quick. Okay, so I know that these two are my working cords and these two will be the center cords. So I will just go ahead and separate these four. And then again with these four on this side, we're just going to be looking for the two working cords, which I already found. It's these two. Just pull them to the side. And then these two are those center cords that we are leaving shorter. So for these square knots, we are going to begin almost like a regular square knot. So we're going to cross over like we normally would. Pull it through. Pull it to tighten. But now, instead of going over from the front, I am going to do the second part of my square knot in the back. Very similar, it's just that when you're doing the opposite side of your square knot, you're going behind the center two instead of in front of. Okay, so it looks a little bit awkward, kind of even feels a little awkward when you're tying it because it's different, but you'll get the hang of it. So again, now we are going to do a regular square knot, half of a square knot. Tighten. And then go behind. So we're going to go over, behind. This is the first half of your square knot. So when you come back over, you're going to send this side behind the center cords and then go behind and pull through. Okay, I'll do it again. Over. And then this side goes behind. So I'm just going to continue this and then I will be right back at the halfway point to let you know how long it needs to be. Okay, so I just finished this and it ended up being about 15 inches long. And we are going to repeat the exact same thing on the other 4 cords. Just remember to get those center 2 cords that are shorter and make that one 15 inches. And before you go further, grab your hat that you're going to use and just measure it and make sure that it is where you want it to be. Okay, so I'll just do the first couple on this side for you. So again, we are going to make half a square knot the regular way. Then the second half you are going to put behind. And if it starts to unravel, just give it a little twist. As you get towards the bottom part of this, it does feel a little looser, these cords, so you just twist it as you go. And that is it. So continue doing this until you reach your 15 inches. Okay, so both of them are done, and I am going to just attach a gathering knot right here, and then I'm going to continue the pattern. So just don't forget that when you start up again, you have to split your cords and look for your shorter center too. And then go ahead and make them another 15 inches. Okay, you should be done. Now it is time to attach the cord to hang. So I just cut mine about 60 inches. This is going to just kind of depend on how much of a gap you want once it hangs. So to begin, I put my cord behind it with the shorter end. And then I go up and give it a pull behind. And we'll slide it over once we're done. And then you take this cord, go over it again, but then slip it through here. And then once you do that, you can tighten it, and it puts it right into place for you. We're gonna bring that cord over. And this time, we're going behind this way with the short end. Go over on the left. Now you're going to take this cord, go over, and then pull it through. And then tighten. So depending on how far down you want it to hang from the wall, like if you don't want it to be with such a big gap, then you can just make this cord shorter. And I may adjust it, I'm not sure yet. Once I hang it, I'll determine if I want to. So before I even trim off the side pieces to clean it up, I'm going to hang it and add my hats and then see how I like it. Okay, so as you can see what I mean, like that's a really big triangle area. If you don't want it to be that much space in between, just cut your cord shorter when you attach it onto your dowel or your branch. So I'm just gonna leave it, it's fine. And then I'm going to trim off these little end pieces, but this is how it comes out. So I have 4 baseball hats per side, so to balance it out, but you can easily put like 6 to 8 per side, but you're gonna probably need the equal amount on each side to keep it balanced. And then I have the 2 sun hats in the center, and I told you guys to do 260 inches, but I ended up with a bunch of cord left over. So you could probably get away with using like 220 to 230 inches and still have plenty cord left over. So I'm gonna give that a trim, and that is it. So this is how you create a hat hanger for baseball hats and sun hats. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please don't forget to like it and subscribe. Thanks for watching.